Welcome back to another video of the Daily Baseball Report. I'm Coach Matt coming at you with another video, and today we are going to start the day off. There's going to be two uploads today. This first one, I'm going to be reacting to the updated power rankings from MLB.com. Okay, so let's get right on into this. All right, we're going to start from 30, work our way up to 1, and let's get right into it. Okay, the first team, number 30, is the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates were originally number 30, and I agree with this. They are definitely the worst team in Major League Baseball currently, especially with Bryant Hayes being injured. Okay, going to number 29 is going to be the Colorado Rockies. They were previously number 28, and I do agree with this. I actually, if I could, I'd put the Rockies at 30, but they actually have a couple of wins where the Pirates don't. I guess the Pirates have 3 now, don't they? Yeah, but either way, Rockies are bad. Going in at number 28 is going to be the Texas Rangers, and they were previously number 27, so they decreased 1, and I would agree. I don't think they've won many games. They've basically got Joey Gallo. And then look, Rougned Odor went to the Yankees and had a hit. You know, I'll have that in my next video. So, and he is even better outside of Texas. So, without, going into too much, I agree with this so far. Number 27 is going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks. They were originally number 26. Yep, they're pretty bad. Bumgarner is awful, and they basically have Tim LaCastro and Ketel Marte is on the injured list. So yeah, this is right where they should be. Number 26 is the Baltimore Orioles, who were previously number 29. This is a good jump for them. They definitely have surprised some teams. They are actually doing all right. Trey Mancini's have a good start to the year. Michael Franco's having a good year. But yeah, I agree with this. Bruce Zimmerman has kind of come out of nowhere. Yep, 100%. I kind of agree with this ranking currently. Number 25 is the Detroit Tigers, and they hold pat. They were 25 in the original ranking. I agree. I think that the Tigers are here. It's kind of sad that Miguel Cabrera has injured his bicep tendon, and we'll see some time on the injured list because we're all rooting for Miguel Cabrera to get to 500 home runs and 3,000 hits, and this is just going to make it very hard when he sees time on the injured list. But I agree with this ranking. Moving into the next one, which is going to be the number 24 is going to be the Seattle Mariners, and they were ranked number 23 before. You know, the Mariners are a tough one, but they did lose James Paxton to Tommy John, so yeah, I kind of see how this can be there. Number 23 is the Miami Marlins, and they were previously number 21. Yep, I had them pretty low on my ranking, so I agree with this. Number 22 is the San Francisco Giants, and they were previously number 22. They held pat also. I feel like the Giants are better than what a lot of teams are giving on. I might have put them at like 17 or 18, but, especially right now, I think they have the most home runs out of any team in the National League. So, and that's like with like the Reds. So I think that that's a little bit of a high. I disagree with that one. I think they're higher than 22. Going into number 21 is the Kansas City Royals, and they were previously number 24. I have the Royals a little bit higher on my personal one, so I do think that the Royals are at the, between 18 and 21, somewhere in there. 24 is definitely too low what they previously were, so 21 is right where they should be. Coming in at number 20 is the Boston Red Sox, and they hold pat from the previous ranking at number 20. The start of the year has been good to them. They're actually first in the AL East currently, but how long is that going to last? So I'm going to hold pat with this exact same thing. I think they're at 20, and that's where they stand for now, and we'll see what happens in the future. Number 19 is the Cleveland Indians, and they were previously number 16. I think I had the Indians at number 19 in the original power ranking right before the season started. So yeah, I do think that this is the right one. The 16 was too high. Number 18 is the Cubs, and they were previously number 14. They're a hard one because they got some decent, pitching, like in Arrieta, and Davies is okay at times, and Hendricks is okay at times. But, man, right now, they just can't hit. They literally can't hit. So I think I would put them, like, even lower, maybe 21 or 22. I just don't see it right now. They just aren't firing on all cylinders. They were in spring training when pitchers were throwing balloons down down Broadway. Coming in at number 17 is the Oakland Athletics, and they were originally number 12. You know, they didn't have a good start. I think the worst start in franchise history. So 17 is probably appropriate for them. The Washington Nationals are at number 16 when they previously were number 15. You know, they had the illness outbreak, so you can't really hate them for, losing a couple of games. They had a couple of days where they couldn't do anything. So, yeah, that's okay. They're definitely better than advertised, that's for sure. Juan Soto is a freaking monster. Coming in number 15 is the Philadelphia Phillies when they're previously ranked number 18. This is probably where they should be. They might be even a little bit higher, maybe like a 12 or a 14. But, regardless, they did improve, and this is probably where they should be. Brewers, they were ranked at number 14 right now, and they were previously number 13. Yep, they didn't have a good start, as we all expected, but this is probably where they should be. Yeah. The St. Louis Cardinals are number 13 when they previously were number 10. I don't know. I think I'd put the Cardinals a little bit lower. I'd put them at like 15 or 16. That's just me. It's my opinion on it. Going into number 12, the Toronto Blue Jays, and they were previously ranked number 9. They are now out of the top 10. Yeah, they're good, but they have not shown anything that they can do. The one game they did, they beat the Angels 15-1, and that's the only game that they've legitimately showed up. Number 11 is the Anaheim Angels, and they were previously number 17. Now we're getting closer to what I had. I'd had the Angels a little bit higher, and, they are better than what is on paper. So 100% I agree with this, 100%. They just need better pitching. They just need more pitching. They need to overhaul all their starters and have, other than Ohtani, he's the only one that's worth anything. Going at number 10 is the New York Mets when they are previously ranked at number 7. I know they have upside. I know they do. But they can't hit water if they fell out of a boat, and they only have Jacob deGrom. Stroman is all right, but regardless, I think right now the Mets are lower than 10. I think they're probably like 14, but that's just me. Going into number 9 is the Tampa Bay Rays. They were previously number 8, so they decreased 1. And I'm not really big on the Rays personally, but I've seen that they've almost beaten the Yankees up every time they play them, so you can't really knock them. So, yep, I agree with this ranking. Number 8 is going to be the Cincinnati Reds when they were previously number 19. I think they made the biggest jump out of all the teams. So 100% I agree with this. The Reds have come out on all cylinders. What are they, like 8-2 right now, or 7-3, something like that? Like they've come out and had a good start so far. I agree with that. Number 8 ranking. Coming in at number 7 is the Chicago White Sox. They were ranked at number 5. I think losing Eloy Jimenez, for the next 5 to 6 months is definitely hurting them. But they didn't do well until they came back to Chicago and were playing at Comerica Park. So, yep, I think this is probably right where they should be. Coming in to number 6 is the Atlanta Braves when they were previously at number 4. They didn't have a hot start. The Phillies just trounced them 3 times or 4 times in a row. So, yep, I agree with this ranking. I think number 6 is appropriate currently. Number 5, the Houston Astros. They were originally ranked number 11, and sadly, I agree with this because they made a bold statement beating the A's in 4 straight games, and they beat them bad, or was it 3 games? Either way, they scored a ton of runs and just smoked them. Number 4 is the Minnesota Twins when they were previously ranked number 6. The Twins have come out, man. They are awesome. And I said this, Kenta Maeda is my pick for this AL Cy Young, and here we go. Nelson Cruz is not slowing down at 40 years old either. They're a fun team, and keep them in your back pocket. They're going to be pretty good this year. Number 3, the Yankees. And they hold pat at number 3. I do not agree with this at all. I think that the Yankees are probably like 5 or 6. Honestly, they haven't shown anything, and Judge has been out half of the games because of general soreness, and Gleyber Torres is a defensive liability at shortstop. I personally don't agree with this one. And number 2 is the San Diego Padres, and they are number 2, and they have lost Tatis for a little bit of time. That is insane. The Padres are still really, really dynamic and really good. They got Ha-Seong Kim, who is going to fill in just nicely for Tatis. But regardless, Joe Musgrove just threw a no-hitter the other day. The Padres are really, really good. And obviously, number one is going to be my Los Angeles Dodgers. You can't really, and they were ranked number one previously. So 1, 2, and 3 didn't change. You can't really argue that the Dodgers, because we're missing currently Cody Bellinger's out and Mookie Betts is out. And we have rookies, Zach McKinstry and Gavin Lux playing every single day. And we beat the Nationals. Granted, the Nationals were injured. Like, they had Schwarber out. They had Josh Bell out. They weren't a fully, stocked up lineup. So, us Dodger fans have to take it with a grain of salt that, yeah, we swept the Nationals, but we swept the Nationals that were illness subtracted some players from their starting lineup and their bullpen. So, it is what it is. So that does it for the rankings. I 100% agree with the Reds ranking. I agree with the White Sox ranking, the Astros ranking, the Dodgers, Padres. I do not agree with the Yankees. I don't know what the heck they're thinking here. I do not, at any way, shape, or form, agree with that. I don't know what MLB's thinking on that one. They just, it's a big market. New York's a big market, and they want to keep them in there, keep them in the conversation when really they've won like 3 games, whatever, a week into the season. So I don't agree with that. I think the Giants are better than advertised. I think they need to be above the 20s, probably 19 or 18 or 17. I think the Nationals should be a little bit higher. I think the A's should be lower. The Cubs should be lower. Indians should be lower. The bottom, 8 is probably right. But it's the middle, like from like 17 through 8. Like, that's a pretty tough one. All of them are tough. The Mets, I think they should go lower. I don't think 10 is right. They should probably be a little bit lower. That's how I feel. So, anyways, hope you enjoy my reaction to this current brand new ranking from MLB, ranking system from MLB. And I'll have a second upload in a little bit for the games that happened yesterday. And so keep an eye out for that. And without further ado, we will see you in a couple of hours.